an open dot. Okay? And so that's the gist of the new stuff, essentially. Okay? So when we look at number 1, it says -3. So we look at the sign. Is that going to be open or closed?
Open.
It's going to be open. Okay, so you're going to put an open dot on -3. And now we need to read it. Okay? We start off by wherever the letter is at. So in this case, the letter is right here. So it says X is, what part of the mouth do we touch first? Okay, so if we continue our finger, we're going to see that we're touching that bigger part of the mouth first. So we want X is bigger, okay, or greater than 3. So which way is my arrow going to go?
To the right.
To the right. Okay, so that's saying anything greater than -3 is true. Okay, number 3, on the 3, is that going to be open or closed? It's going to be closed. And this says M is bigger. Okay, you're touching the bigger part of the mouth first, then 3. So same thing, it's going to go this way. You guys know what I'm talking about when I say bigger, smaller part of the mouth?
If it goes left, it has to be a negative. It has to be a negative for it to go.
No, you need to read it. Okay? And that's what I hate. Teachers in the past have not taught you actually how to read them. Okay? You take your pencil and you put it on the letter, and then you start kind of carrying your pencil over. Is it touching the bigger part of the mouth? Is your pencil going towards the bigger part or the smaller part of the mouth first? Okay? And that's how you read it. Okay? So, if we look at number 5, is it going to be open or closed? Open. Okay, now put your pencil on the B. Put your pencil on the B and start dragging it to the sign. Which part is it touching first, smaller or bigger? Smaller. So we're going to get everything smaller than B. Okay, which is this way. Okay, these ones say solve the inequality. So how do I solve for X? In order, before we can graph it, we have to solve it. How do I get X all by itself? What's by X? We're going to add what? 20. Okay, and you can write the stuff down there, but I'm just going to say plus 20. Okay, so I got X. My sign's going to stay the same because these 20s cancel. What is -16 plus 20? 4. Okay, now let's talk about something before we get too far. Let's pretend that was 14. Is there a 14 on your graph? So then that's not right, okay? Don't draw me an extra long graph. If it's not between that number line that I gave you, then it's definitely not a right answer. So that kind of lets you know where it might be. Okay, so on the 4, is that open or closed?
Open.
Open. Okay, put your pencil on the X. Start dragging it to that sign. Which part of the sign are you touching first? The bigger. Okay, you're touching the bigger part of the mouth. So it's going to go which way? To the right. Okay, we need all of the bigger numbers, which is this way. Okay, look at 9. What needs to be done? Subtract 9. Okay, so we get X. What is 29 minus 9? 20. Is 20 on our graph?
Yeah.
So then that's a good sign. Okay. On the 20, they're going to be open or closed? Open. Okay, put your pencil on the X. Start dragging it to that sign. Which part of the sign are you going to be touching first? The small. So which way is smaller? To the left. Okay, 11. What needs done first? Okay, but what needs to be done to the 19? Yeah, so this says x divided by 19, so we need to times. Times by 19. Okay, what is 11 times 19? Huh? 109? 209? 209? Is that what you said? Okay. Okay, on the 209, is it going to be open or closed? Closed. Okay. X is what? Are you touching the smaller part or the bigger part first? Big. Okay, I gotta teach you one other rule. Actually, we're gonna write it on the back page. Nothing on the back page is gonna qualify. Okay, here's the rule. Listen carefully. When you multiply or divide by a negative number, okay, with inequalities, you have to flip the sign. Okay, so on the back page, or on the number 11 we just did, we multiplied by 19, right? If that was a negative 19, that takes that time, instead of going this way, it's going to be going this way. Okay? When you multiply or divide by a negative. Okay, but if you look at number 12, see how that 17 is negative and that 19 is negative? Or the 19 is not? You multiply by what? On number 12, what do you multiply by? Together, that's 1. We multiply by 19. Okay, even though the 17 is negative, we're multiplying by 19, so you do not need to flip the sign. Okay? Okay, so 13. We're going to do what? 13. What do we need to divide by 8? Okay, so we get, what is negative 56 divided by 8? Negative 7. Okay, what did we multiply or divide by? 8. Okay, so we do not need to flip our sign. Even though my answer is 7 and this 56, we multiply or divide it by a positive number, aka, so our sign is going to stay the same. Okay, on the 7, is it going to be open or closed? Open. Okay, where is, guys, shh. Okay, where is the negative 7 at? Between negative 6 and negative 8, and that's going to be open. Okay, this says K is what? What part of the mouth are you going to touch first? Bigger. So which way is that going to go? To the right. Okay, look at 15. What needs done first? Yeah, okay, so we're going to combine like terms. So 2 plus 6, it's going to be 8x. And we got 24. Okay, and then what? Divide 8. Do we need to flip? No, that 8 is positive, so we don't need to flip. Okay, on the 3, is it going to be open or closed? Closed. Okay, and this says x is what? Bigger than 3. Okay, look at 17. What needs done first? Yeah, negative 2 plus 7 is what? 5. Yeah, so we got 5 plus 5m. Okay, then what? Now add. Subtract. So I got 5m. What is 0 minus 5? Negative 5. Didn't leave very much room, did I? Okay, and then what? Divide by 5. Do we need to flip our sign? What did we divide by? By 5. Was it negative 5? No, it was 5. So we do not need to flip our sign. Okay, what should our number be in between? What is a plausible number? Huh? No. The number's on the line. So, between negative 4 and what? 6. If you get something that is not between negative 4 and 6, you get 10. Is 10 up there? There's nowhere for you to even graph it, okay? So, if you absolutely didn't know, okay, which I'm not encouraging this, pick a dot, guess, okay? If you really couldn't figure it out and you don't want to ask me for some odd reason, okay, that's what I would do. But you should be picking something between negative 4 and 6. That's a clue, because if you look at them, they're not all the same. What's 19's plausible range? 19, 1 to 11. Okay, so they're all made differently. Okay, so they should be somewhere between 1 and 11. Negative 4 and 6. Negative 8 and 2. Okay, they are all made differently. One of them said 200 and something. Okay, so if you get something 200 and something, you're like, man, that don't feel right. Look at the graph. It'll let you know, like, if it's a maybe right. Okay. On the negative 1, open or closed? Closed. Ooh. Closed. M is what? Smaller. Which way are we going to go? Left. Okay, left is always going to be smaller. Right is always going to be bigger. Okay, 19. What needs done first? The 4 and the negative 3, and that's going to give me a what? 1p. Okay, so we can put these two together. Okay, we're going to get 1p plus 5. Okay, and then what? Why do we move the 5 first? Huh? But you guys do know for some reason, huh? Because it doesn't have what? Yeah. Okay, so you always do the add or subtract and then the multiplier divide. So it does not have a letter, so we move the letters last. Okay? And you guys say, well, I don't know. But you really do know, because I have an 8-year-old and she really don't know. You know, okay, but you may not know. Okay, 11 minus 5. 6. You know, but you don't know. You know. Okay? And then we're going to divide by 1. Okay, on the 6, is it going to be open or closed? Closed. Going which way? Says P is right. I'll take it. Okay, 21. What needs done first? Hanson, it's for you. I don't know what it is. Okay, we're going to get x plus 1. And then we got the 5. Then what needs done? Subtract 5? No. Subtract 1?
Yes.
Okay, on the 4, open or closed? Closed.
Yep.
Going which way?
You're welcome. Right. Go back.
To the right. Oh. Yeah, it's fine. Okay, and then last one, 23, you're gonna say 5 plus 3, that's gonna give me 8a. Okay, and then I'm gonna divide by 8. So we get a, and we get 2. Okay, on the 2, it's gonna be open. And it's gonna be bigger. Okay, you guys got 12 of them due. I would probably go ahead and start on the front. They're definitely the